There was this Dr. Garrett, I believe, that was out of North Point, who said that because seventh grade, my son was having issues at school. And at the time, I had another therapist tell me something. So when I went to that black guy, it was just for, again, a second opinion. And he wanted my kid to dress in too small clothes, go out into the neighborhood, and show his ass because he felt like that's how you teach people. So in theory, when you watch a child who was bad at school go outside in the public and they're dancing, they're checking tires, you wonder, are they under Dr. Garrett and Sharon Martin's, foster care situation? Because like I said, I did this paper under discipline where 2012 Libby Elizabeth Baker, working out of Normandale, might have got her hands on that shit, and Libby giving it to Bobby Joe Champion, Keith Ellison. They might have had this, we could take care of our own type of deal. And like I said, I don't support all black families being allowed to whoop their children. I just don't. I don't agree with putting kids in too small clothes and making them go out into the neighborhood. So I said if Dr. Garrett was working with Kim Ellison and Keith, he was trying to make me a hoe, make me look like a hoe. Why? Because babe, Uncle Otis said I was turning tricks and I wasn't. So as they kept trying to make me something I wasn't, this Dr. Garrett, I was rebelling, right? And as I rebelled, I started feeling like people were watching me, Dr. White men. And as I thought black men were watching me through the phone 24 hours a day, hiring people to post, to meme, to shadow my page and then repost it, it was bothering me. I felt held down. I felt raped because, again, when I say my pictures aren't public on my phone, then that means they're not public. So couldn't nobody go in there and look at my fucking pictures if they're not marked as, public pictures. My pictures are marked private. Everything on my phone is private. So every time somebody goes in my phone, it's because I said under Keith Ellison and DHS, Department of Human Services, where they've hired people, given them a laptop out of Summit Academy. They've created this inner city world where, again, it's all online. So like me, Doc Garrett, am I a hoe? Doc Thorson at Spine Cell, did you operate on me? Because I feel metal in my body. I feel as if I was knocked out at the Simpson house, and I feel like they did some type of surgery at that point. And again, Brookdale Health, watching all those advertisements, I learned that you could get a surgery in 24 hours and be up walking. So as I was, going through Moonraker's bullshit, and I felt like I was knocked out, I felt like I was operated on as I left the Simpson house, Bobby, and then put at the Moonraker to recover and get my body back. I felt like my body was, doing some weird shit, and I was complaining of it. I wrote it on my Facebook page, and like I said, my page is my video diary, where I felt, like I said, Q-Bear, I was put in the circle of discipline, which is Area 59. For me, that's Robbinsdale, St. Louis Park, Brooklyn Center, Brooklyn Park. Anything Hennepin County, for me, is considered a Minneapolis area by federal law. And that meant that them people in Hennepin County could do whatever they want, to me and my phone, based on Becky Thorson. Did you just see my page about Becky Thorson? Becky Thorson is a judicial official. And I thought Becky Thorson getting my complaint, giving me a case number, and then I put that complaint about Blong Yang, I put that complaint about Betsy Hodges, and then I put that complaint about Barb Johnson in there. That bitch, again, called me frivolous, shut that down, and pulled it from the docket. My complaint about Barb Johnson, I want that. I want that fucking complaint I wrote about Barb. I want that complaint, Microsoft, I wrote about the, 25 pages as I lived at Huntington Apartments. I want every fucking complaint I ever used a Microsoft equipment for. I don't give a fuck where it was, because when I go to the library and I log on, I had to show my ID. in order to get a library card. So then that means my library number is attached to my ID, which is attached to my name. So that again, Becky Thorson, you feel that you could just go and rape me yourself. And like I said, Becky, if your husband, brother, sister, uncle works out of spine cell and you gave me an operation that I didn't want, Becky, you be very clear, Miss Thorson. You'll never be a judicial official to me. You will be a white woman who went to school, who got a job, working in a place too long that allowed you to discriminate against people like me. And remember, Atlee Riley said, Sharon, look at this case we just did as we audited the state of Minnesota's judicial officials, Becky. Right? They audited Judge Quayle. Judge Quayle was found to be discriminatory based on race. Paul Livgard. So as you again decided my money, Paul, remember, I had post-traumatic stress disorder because you said you decided it over a golf game. Right? Psychologists, therapists, when it's a traumatic event, how do you log it? So I felt traumatized because, again, Paul Livgard said him and Judge Quayle decided over golf, whether or not I was disabled, right? So again, Paul Livgard, Becky Thorson, am I now not, disabled because you gave me an illegal surgery? Because right now I feel my back hurts. I feel like the metal in my hips hurt. I feel like I'm crooked. I feel like I can't stretch because some of the muscles been taken away in order to, account for your surgery. I thought you even removed my heart and put it in a new spot. I thought my heart was even fucking located, bitch. Right in my body. That means that it could be near my stomach. And as my heart beats next to my stomach, Dr. Thorson, it might hurt, right? Because my stomach and my heart aren't supposed to be next to each other, are they?